Hi, this is Greg with Greg James Designs. You know what? My staff tells me we've been getting some calls lately, and we're getting quite a few questions about building a barndominium in cold climates. Now, I mean cold, not like, Alabama cold, Tennessee cold. We're talking like Minnesota cold, Wyoming, Alaska, Canada. So let's discuss that just a minute. I'm by no means the final authority in cold climate building, but we design homes all over the country, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. Okay, so building a barndominium in cold climate. Can I build a barndominium in cold climate? Absolutely. People do it all the time. People build metal buildings in cold climates, no different. Now, full disclaimer, I have never built a building in a very cold climate, but we design for people in all over the country, and we design for a lot of people, Michigan, Minnesota, Illinois, very cold climates, very hard winters. Really, the biggest difference between building a barndominium or really any kind of structure in a cold climate really is the foundation. And obviously insulation, we'll talk about that in a minute, but the foundation is the biggest part. You have to get below what's called the frost line. So I remember a while back I was doing a large 100-year-old barn for a client in northern Ohio, in very cold winters. And as I was moving along in this design process, he said, I have to put my stem walls for my foundation at 48 inches deep. I'm like, wow, that is deep. We only have to go about 16 to 18 inches in Oklahoma and Texas, so very deep. So in other words, he had to dig down 4 to 5 feet to get down below the frost line because of the hard winters and keep that building from heaving up. And so really the foundation's the biggest thing. And that just depends on where you're building. Now, what about snow loads? Well, that's a big deal. Some parts of the country, they get a ton of snow, and so that's a big deal. A couple of things I'd recommend is obviously going with a little steeper pitch roof, obviously, so snow slips off. It doesn't retain as much snow. I would also consider, how you treat the perimeter of the roof is real important, so be sure that everything is closed up nice and tight. So there are certain things, like if you're in Canada, Alaska, really northern parts of the United States, Minnesota, Michigan, that sort of thing, that where we definitely recommend spray foam, because then the attic space is completely sealed. You don't have any cold, moist air entering the attic causing issues. And so if you spray foam your building, you do adequate job really beefing up your insulation, putting quality windows in, just like any home you would build in the north. I mean, you want good windows, really good insulation. The building needs to be nice and tight. You really want quality doors, just your typical building efficiency items. So other than that, can you build a barndominium? Absolutely. It's no different building any other home in a cold climate, so don't be intimidated by that. So now, if you're building in a high snow load area or you have high winds, you definitely want to have your building engineered, and that way an engineer will look at that. He'll size all the steel correctly. Everything will be engineered and designed for the snow loads and the wind loads of your area. So just keep that in mind, okay? Give us a call. We'd love to help you. We design metal buildings every single day. I think now we're over 300 projects that we've done. A lot. So we do this every day, day in, day out, and we love what we do. So give us a call.